Here to help us take a look at whether our relays reflect our communities, please welcome back Chair of National Relay Advisory Team, Ben Huggins.
Woo! All right. How's everybody doing? It looks like we've got a really big community here. And that's good news because, guys, I need your help, as you might be able to notice. So first off, let's get everybody on their feet. Everybody stand up. I apologize about this. How many people here have an August birthday? Raise your hand if you have an August birthday. All right, pretty good, pretty good. And guys, I'm a little bit sheepish. I only really communicate with people who are similar to me, so anybody who doesn't have an August birthday, like me, please sit down. I need to lessen the pressure a little bit here. So August birthdays, stand up. We're going to have a chat real quick. So guys, here's the deal. As you can see, I'm soaking wet. Earlier, I was washing my hands in the bathroom, and unfortunately, a pipe loosened or something and sprayed me in the face. I look ridiculous. I have to get up here and talk. So I need to know, is anybody here, raise your hand, a plumber? Maybe you work in real estate or construction and have access to a plumber. Okay, we've got one. And anybody who's sitting down? I'm almost scared to ask because I wasn't talking to you guys. All right, so that's good. Well, maybe she can help. I hope so. So let's try this as an alternative. How many people standing up, my August friends, want to fight back against cancer? Can you make some noise if you do? Just my August friends, just my August friends. But I'm curious, what if we had everybody in this room who was passionate about ending cancer and wanted to fight back? Make some noise. What would that sound like? Oh, okay, all right. Now that is impressive, that is powerful. August friends, you can sit down. Hotel, you can calm down. There's not really a burst in the pipe. Thanks to my friend Kim for throwing a cup of water in my face. Appreciate that. That's how you know you're close. So, she probably did. So the point I want to make here, I'm Ben Huggins, by the way. I'm a volunteer from New England. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Incredible, incredible stuff going on here in California. Just the energy in this room tells me that your events are going to be stellar in this upcoming year. I'm also the co-chair of the Nationwide Relay Advisory Team, which is why I get so lucky to come out and check out a bunch of these different summits and chat a little bit. But what's his point, you're wondering? Why is he wet? Why is he asking about plumbers? Why is he making us cheer? The point I want to make is you would never let your house fill up from a busted pipe just because the plumber wasn't your buddy or your neighbor or the person you felt most comfortable talking to down the street. You would get that person, the plumber, over to your house so fast to save your house, regardless of how comfortable you felt talking to he or she. So how about that second piece? How about the fighting back? What a shame it would be if people in our communities missed out on the chance to make that noise, to fight back against cancer, just because they weren't in the same social or cultural or geographic location group as the leaders of our relay. Just because the leaders of our relay felt a little bit more comfortable reaching out to just the people that they know the best. What a loss that would be. What a quiet noise that would be, right? So another piece is just when we have everybody, when our relay reflects our community, it's an incredible tool to grow our event and make it even more successful. Now, I'm not sure that I can promise you guys that every single person in your community is going to get engaged after I talk about this stuff, but I bet if we listen to a few of the key ideas that make it important to engage everybody in your community, and a few of the ways that we can get that done, we can do a pretty darn good job. What do you think? Yeah? That sounds good to me. So first off, we have to think about why is it important that our relay reflects our community, right? Why is this so important? And the first one is we need to get everyone involved. It's really simple. We are all relayers, and we have the responsibility to get everyone involved. We talk about birthdays because the American Cancer Society is... Oh, we're going to have to work on your pickup on that one, but we'll talk about that later. American Cancer Society is the official sponsor of birthdays. And when we think about relay, what better gift could you give to someone than the chance to celebrate the survivors in their life, to remember those that they've lost, and to fight back against cancer, not in theory, but in a very real way in their community. And guys, I'll tell you, there are so many people out there, millions of people in our communities that don't have that opportunity because nobody has given them that gift. So when you think to yourself, man, I got to go out and recruit some more teams today, or man, I got to go fundraise because it's embarrassing and I don't really feel comfortable asking for money or someone's time, which is really a spare resource at this point, a scarce resource, excuse me. What you have to think is, you're not making an ask. Now you're giving a gift. Because everyone in this room would agree that when you get involved with Relay, it transforms your life for the better. It gives you a chance to deal with cancer in a way that is supported by your community and to fight back. I don't know anyone in this world that does not hate cancer. So make sure that you give people the opportunity to come together with you and fight back. So important. And the second piece, guys, it's all, a good feeling. It's all a nice idea. It's like us, it's not just standing around the campfire holding hands and singing songs and feeling good about we involved everybody in our community. No. It's a promise. It is a promise that you and I and the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life have made to fight every type of cancer in every community for every person, regardless of socioeconomic class, regardless of culture group, regardless of gender, or any other factor that might divide us as a community. We have a promise to keep, guys. And that is a very serious responsibility for us as Relay volunteers. Can you keep that promise? Yeah. You're darn right you can, or I'll come after you. So think about this next thing, and this is kind of some insider information. I don't know if you want a little insider information. But not only is it important to keep that promise to get everyone involved, but it's also going to help your event in a really big way. When you go out and get every single person involved in your community, it will help build your event. Now, how many people here have ever had a problem or a challenge in planning their Relay event that they've had to overcome? Anybody else? If there's anybody with their hands down, they probably snuck in for a free lunch, so they should be ushered out. Right? So I can guarantee you, every one of you who just raised your hands, you're thinking of a problem that I guarantee you could be solved by looking no further than your community. Because communities are a magical resource. Whether it is, I'm not just talking about feet on the track. I'm not talking about recruiting teams. I'm talking about your DJ is somewhere in your community. The person who runs all the power and you have no idea how they do it is somewhere in your community. Your incredible survivor speaker that has been living in your community for 20 years and only last year got up and told her story about her experience with cancer? What a waste if we don't incorporate everyone in our community. Now think about it, guys. Have you ever had a problem where you went to town hall for a permit, or you went to town hall for some sort of permission that was, oh, well, that's going to take 6 to 8 weeks and blah, 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 blah. You can't use the track because of the new seed and this and that and the other. Has anyone ever had that problem solved by getting someone from town hall involved in Relay for Life? Yeah. How quickly did that go for you all of a sudden? So think about that. But what I want you to think about too is this. When your event, when your Relay reflects your community will reflect your event. And that's really important. When your Relay reflects your community will reflect your event. So what does that mean? That means when you start what I like to call this community engine, when you get everyone psyched up about Relay, maybe it's just on the day of Relay for the first year, but when everybody takes up the torch of saying, our community is a Relay community, then some magic stuff happens. You get that engine revving, and people start coming out of the woodwork to join up. It helps with recruitment. It helps with branding. It helps with people coming to the track and saying, what's this? Now they come and say, it's relay time. It helps with people in fundraising. You start getting dollars from you don't even know where because everyone in the community immediately thinks Relay for Life. And that engine gets revving, right? It helps with everything. It's exciting. We get our communities involved, and it's so important. But how do we do it? Let's talk about how exactly we in this room are going to do it. First step is to research. Research the different areas of your community, the different demographics, the different organizations, the different groups, and find out how to get in touch with them, how to get involved. Because if you don't have that roadmap, it's tough to get started. Also, make sure your meetings and your activities are not only respectful of everybody involved, all these different groups that we have at our relay, but they're fun, they're engaging. You know, maybe I'm a 26-year-old guy. I'm not so keen on the Miss Relay contest, right? It's not my thing. But there are different ways of balancing it. I've seen a lot of events where there are incredible kids activities that go all night and they're super fun and the kids are out playing and going crazy, but all the adults go home and go to sleep. So you have to think about that balance. Make sure everything is engaging and appropriate for the different groups you get involved. And this is a great one. Know what's going on in your community and how the American Cancer Society can help. We are an incredible resource to so many different things that are going on. Maybe your town hall is starting an initiative for wellness. Maybe your college kids are starting a smoke-free campaign. Maybe somebody is doing a reach-out program about screenings and detection. We have so many incredible resources at the American Cancer Society, from training to services to just volunteer resources like yourself that can make these programs really, really surge and then get us great recognition for Relay for Life and more participation and more fundraising, like we said, as a result. Another good one, guys, you know who does this really well, is college kids. They literally have a list. Yeah. Rock on. You guys, as college kids, go to the student activities office and say, give me a list of every group that exists within our community, right? Not so easy for actual community events, but take the cue from college. Go and try to bullet out each of those groups that you want to get in touch with. You may not have the contact information of the leader of the group, the club runner, but you can easily get a contact there. And if all of this seems incredibly daunting, you're just getting started out maybe, there's no way I'm going to get everyone in my community involved, just start with your committee. Because the more representative your committee is of your community, your event will follow. And that's pretty straightforward, and that's very exciting. So let's think about Relay for a second. I've heard a lot of people say that Relay is a powerful community event. Agreed? Powerful community event? Absolutely. But what is more to the point is that Relay is powerful because it is a community event. Relay is powerful because it is not just all of us walking to the supermarket and throwing change in the jar for some good cause. Relay is powerful because it brings all of us in a community together to celebrate, to remember, to fight back against cancer, regardless of our different groups, our culture, our race, our age, our gender. Everyone can get cancer, so everyone has to fight back. And it's a grassroots movement, guys. It's a fundraiser. We need to get everyone involved. That's the promise that we've made. That is the promise that we as relayers and as the American Cancer Society have to keep. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge that I pose to you as you go back to your events. Think now, is your relay really, truly representative of your entire community? Are you giving the gift of Relay for Life to every person you possibly can? Are you starting that community engine that is going to help your relay build as you go on? I think a lot of you probably are, but we can all work harder to do it. If you're looking for your survivor speaker, more team members, or, yeah, if your bathrooms blow up, probably a plumber. But I want to let you know, guys, it's not magic. It's not rocket science. It just takes a whole darn lot of passion. And I know from being here and looking around this room today, that is something we have no shortage of here at Relay for Life in California. What do you say? Can we do it? I thought that might be the case, and I am so excited to see what comes out of California this year. So right now I want you to imagine for a second. I want you to imagine a world free from cancer. A world where our loved ones stayed with us to celebrate our most special occasions in defeat of cancer. You are making that happen. Thanks to the progress made by the American Cancer Society, more people are surviving cancer than ever before. They're staying with their loved ones, and they have a renewed sense of life and love. Now, over the course of our time together here, over the next 2 days, you'll hear stories of that world, the world that you are creating, a world with more celebration and less cancer. These stories are told not by the people who actually live them, but by passionate volunteers who are here to help us experience each journey. Thank you.